strange always seems to happen when the supermodifieds take to the track at the Copper World Classic. And this time, it was Troy Regier, the leader, and Davey Hamilton running third, who instead of coming onto the racetrack to stop under red, went into the pits.
Well, here's Larry Triguero, crew chief for Davey Hamilton, and try to sort all this out for us. And what's your contention?
Well, the corner workers had pointed the cars down on the racetrack, and the pace truck went up and the leader went up. They stopped. Our car and the 10 car came down, and they motioned us down pit road, which is the hot pit lane where we're instructed to be on a red flag. We didn't make any adjustments until they told us we could work on the car, and they're sending us both to the back. It's a shame. And we had a flat tire. We started 25th, come all the way through, and us and the 10 and the 11 were going to have a good race. And basically the officials just took it away from us and handed it to the 11 car. There ain't much more you can say about it. It's just a horrible call.
Well, let's see. They're putting him at the back, all right, at the back of the cars on the lead lap.
Exactly. So that means he's going to be back there about 9th or 10th, along with Troy Regier, who already looks like he's making up some ground as the restart comes out for Rebel Jackson, your new leader.
And Troy Regier has 9 laps to try to salvage this disaster.
Same story for Hamilton. He's got 9 laps to try to pull it up one more time from the back of the pack. Unbelievable that he's had to go back there twice, Steve.
Oh, he should have stayed home in bed for this particular Copper World Classic. Look at this, though. There comes that 10 car. There's going to be a heck of an interesting 9 laps. 8 now.
There is plenty of time for him to get back up and say maybe a top 5 or a top 3, running all the way to the front. Rebel Jackson, he's out all by himself now, virtually unscathed, so that's a tall order.
Well, Troy Regier crawled back in that car after the red flag and muttered to himself, "Watch this." And indeed we are, with every camera we brought to PIR. Giving him a driving lesson right now is that 10 car. Looking to make it 2 in a row.
Well, throughout all of the practices, Steve, this was the quickest car. He missed the pole, as we said, by a thousandth of a second, but by far he has been the fastest and quickest car here all weekend long.
And as the laps continue to tick off, Troy Regier cannot take anything lightly here. He's got to make every maneuver possible if he's to regain the lead that he had for some 16 laps. And he was a victim of circumstances. According to Troy, he just followed Davey Hamilton into the pits because he thought that's where he was supposed to go.
Well, when the pins weren't open, rules are rules. Both those cars had to go to the back of the pack. Rebel Jackson still out in front, looking to pick up his 4th Copper World Classic win. It's been since 1997, so it hasn't been that long. And look at this. Troy Regier is already into 2nd. Pretty big interval, but not too big, I don't think, Steve.
Maybe not. They did actually make some changes once they were penalized. Anyway, David Hamilton and the Regier crew were able to make some wing adjustments and maybe put a little more bite into these cars. There he comes. There he comes.
Hamilton not quite with the aggressiveness as Troy Regier has. Look at that. Rebel Jackson is the leader, but he ain't going to be the leader for long based on the torrid pace that Troy Regier has set in the 10 car.
Rebel Jackson keeping his line, not necessarily blocking the racetrack. Lap traffic may take care of that.
Davey Hamilton has come back to 5th, but the battle is up front. Rebel Jackson probably has no idea he's even there, but pretty soon he's going to know.
The final lap. Can Troy Regier do the seemingly impossible? He's alongside him. They touch, they kiss. The 10 car loose, but Troy Regier takes the lead from Rebel Jackson. Unbelievable. This is the final lap of the race. Always a bizarre affair at the Copper World Classic.
And raised out the car. Troy Regier has done it from the back of the pack to the front. Steve, I would not have bet all the money in the world that he would have been able to do that.
I think that crew had a lot of confidence that possibly he could. That was really some good stuff.
Well, kudos, though, to Davey Hamilton, who also came home 5th. But for Troy Regier, it's his 2nd consecutive Copper World Classic. As we say, Hamilton came back 5th. He went to the tail twice, though.
Yep. There he is, the man of the hour. Hey, little dirt track slide. Gosh, what a... Oh, the crowd just absolutely adoring this. Troy Regier wins it. Rebel Jackson. Joe Gosick, how about that for 3rd? And Bobby Gerald has our winner.
How satisfying is it, Troy?
This is what racing's all about right here. It don't get no better. And I got to thank my car owners, Dave and Sharon Biswell, the best. My crew, great bunch of guys. They're they just give me everything I could ever ask for, and I want to dedicate this one to Fred Gerhardt, who's at home, Fresno right now, not feeling too good. So this one's for you, Fred, and my team, everybody, and my fans. All right.
Troy, what were you thinking on the restart? Did you really think you still had a chance to get up there and catch Rebel?
Well, I knew I had a chance if I can get through the traffic cleanly and maybe run him down there at the end, but I kept leaving a gap. I knew I was supposed to go to the back, but those guys weren't getting in front of me, so finally they got in front of me, and I just went for it.
The crowd loved it. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Hey,